Hello everybody and welcome to this new video. Today from Bahrain. I've been in Bahrain for the last 1 month, and for those who don't know where Bahrain is an island very close to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, and also not too far away from the Emirates. Fun fact about Bahrain, Shakira lived here as a child and visited the school, and also Michael Jackson lived here during 2005 and 2006. So why am I in Bahrain? My parents moved here after Istanbul, and that's just where they live now. And yeah, I just wanted to come here to visit them over Christmas and New Year, and also to spend winter time here, as we have around 20 to 25 degrees here, and comparing this to the rainy winters in Istanbul, it is quite comfortable to stay here over the winter time. And also there's a lockdown right now in Istanbul, and you cannot go out. This is not the case here. Here you can go out. Bars, restaurants, even clubs are open here in Bahrain. So yeah, it is very comfortable to stay here over the winter and also during this lockdown time. And since I've been here for the last 1 month already, I thought it might be quite interesting to tell you about my first impressions of Bahrain and what I noticed the first when I came here. Before I came here, I didn't really know what I can expect from Bahrain, as I have never been here before. But I've been to Dubai and Abu Dhabi before, and I thought it might be kind of similar to those cities. And yeah, I can say it is quite similar to Abu Dhabi, I would say. Not as developed as Dubai yet, but there's a lot of construction going on here in Bahrain, and a lot of skyscrapers being built. So I can really imagine that in a couple of years it will be very close to Dubai. So one of the things that I noticed from the beginning is that there's a lot of sand, as you can imagine. And the whole city has kind of a sandy color, I would say. The architecture is also very different to the one in Turkey or Europe, for example. What I have realized is that many people live in really big houses, but these big houses don't have very big windows. I guess that's because of the climate, as it can get very hot here in summer. In general, I would say when you see houses, they usually look like blocks, kind of like very different to the architecture in Turkey or Europe. And yeah, that was just one of the first things that I have realized. Another thing that was really different to me was that it is very hard to walk here. In Turkey I was walking literally everywhere what was within 1, 2, 3 kilometers, but here in Bahrain it is a bit different. You can almost not see anybody walking on the street. Everybody has a car, and it is really hard to get around if you don't have a car. That is very different to Europe and Turkey, for example, because I remember in Germany or in Turkey I was always taking the public transports, the metros, the buses, and here that is really not common. At the area where I live, there's no single bus, no metro station, nothing. So if you don't have a car here in Bahrain, it is very hard to get to anywhere, basically. I have a kind of funny story about this also. I took a Uber to go to one of the malls here to check out some stores, and yeah, I saw that on the opposite side of the street there's another mall, and I also wanted to go there, of course, to check out this mall. And I thought that if I go to one mall, then I can just cross the street by myself and go to the other mall, but that was not that easy. There was no sidewalk, there was no traffic light where I could have crossed the street somehow. So yeah, I had to call a Uber to bring me like to the other side of the street, and which took like maybe 3 minutes. So yeah, in this moment I realized that you really need a car here in Bahrain, otherwise you will not get anywhere. But what I can add is that Ubers here are really affordable and also really common. You can call a Uber and they will be at your location in a couple of minutes, and yeah, it is really easy here. What I can say about housing in Bahrain is that the apartments and houses here are of really high quality. You can find really big luxurious villas with big gardens and pools right next to the sea, and not pay that much comparing to the prices in Germany, for example. Here you can find a nice villa for around $2,000, and I know that in Germany, for example, you can find a small apartment in Berlin for the same price. What can I say about shopping is that there are lots and lots of malls here. The malls are very similar to the ones in Dubai or in Turkey. They're huge and luxurious, and you can find anything you want. There are brands from all around the world. But what I can say is, comparing to Turkey or even to Germany, the prices here are about 2 to 3 times more expensive. But in general, you can find so many more brands and products than in Turkey, for example. Also, they have these kind of brands like Zara and Mango, but what I can say is that they're really so much more expensive than in Europe or in Turkey. For example, I bought a dress at Mango in Turkey and I found exactly the same dress here in Bahrain, but here it was over double the price than what I paid in Turkey for it. It is really like so much more expensive to go shopping here in Bahrain. So yeah, this is maybe something that you should keep in mind before you come to Bahrain. About grocery shopping, I can say that you can find literally anything that you're looking for. There are products from the US, from Europe, from Russia, from Asia, from India, from anywhere in the world, really. I think there's nothing that you cannot find, or maybe this is just my personal impression right now coming from Turkey, where not a lot of things are being imported, but yeah, here in Bahrain everything is imported. Of course, this also makes everything a little bit more expensive. I can say that it is probably also around double the price of German groceries, or probably even triple the price of the groceries in Turkey, for example. But yeah, the variety of goods is so much bigger here than in Turkey or even in Germany, I would say. So now coming to restaurants and eating out, you can find restaurants from all over the world here in Bahrain, and they're always super authentic and delicious. I have, for example, been at an Indonesian restaurant and the food was so delicious. It tasted exactly the same as on Bali, and yeah, that's just nice to see that you can find the restaurants from everywhere in the world here. Another thing that I've noticed about Bahrain is that service here is super important, even more important than in Turkey, I would say. What I mean by that is that here it is very common to have permanent personnel staying at your house 24/7 and basically living inside of your house and just help you with cleaning, cooking, babysitting and just daily chores. And here, if you live in a big house, it will usually have an extension for your personnel. It's kind of like a small apartment attached to your house where the personnel lives. This is just something crazy for me because in Germany that is really not common at all. In Turkey, in some cases, it is common, and here it is like totally normal from what I have heard. Also, when you're at the supermarket, for example, and you're at the cashier, there will always be somebody who will pack all your groceries to plastic bags and sometimes even help you to carry your groceries to your car. This is also something crazy for me, as I have never seen this in Germany, for example, but yeah, here this is something super normal. Here in Bahrain, everybody speaks English perfectly. For example, the signs on the street are in Arabic and in English, so you can understand everything. This was something new for me, as in Turkey everything is in Turkish, and it is rather hard to find somebody who speaks English, but here really everybody speaks English because there are a lot of expats here, a lot of foreign workers are here, so the common language is just English here. So in general, Bahrain is a very safe country. The criminality rate is very, very low. I have never heard of anybody being robbed here, or that somebody had something stolen from them, or any other kind of incident like that. Another thing that I've noticed is that people here are super friendly, always helpful, and are always smiling at you and are just so open and welcoming. And this is about the locals and also about the people working here. Just everybody is super friendly. In general, I can say that Bahrain is a really open country. Women are dressing as they want. You can see women in shorts, in dresses, but also you can see women in their traditional clothes, very closed. So I think everybody can feel comfortable here. You can dress as you want. Another thing is that Bahrain is one of the Arabic countries where you can drink alcohol. There are clubs, there are bars. So this is one of the reasons why Bahrain is very popular for Saudi Arabian citizens who just come here over the weekends to party and have a nice time. But in general, you can see people from all over the world here. A lot of Americans, for example, a lot of Europeans, but yeah, also of course people from Asia, from the Philippines, from India, from Pakistan. Yeah, I think just everybody can feel like home here. So yeah, these were the main things that I've noticed about Bahrain after living here for 1 month. I will probably do an update after a couple of months or maybe years, let's see. But yeah, I hope I could give you some insights about this beautiful country. You can subscribe to this channel to stay updated about my journey here in Bahrain or when I will be back in Turkey. And hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye!